Been leaving our mark on the world from 19 no long till to the day. And now your turn, so welcome to the family. So welcome to Pelican property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to Pelican property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud. You think you can catch a rhythm there? Let's catch it with me. Proud Pelican, so we are. We're gonna get there again. Be smart and don't you waste this opportunity. No matter your religion, no matter your proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Catch a mix now. Catch a mix. Of the West Indies. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. The best in the West, no, the best in the world, no, the best in the galaxy. Your place to rise and your place to shine and your place to be. So get ready to experience the place where them call you. Welcome to Pelican property. Whenever you hear them talk about style and class and excellence, that away. Academics, sport and performing out. Welcome to Pelican property. Been leaving our mark on the world from 19 no long till to the day. And now your turn, so welcome to the family. Get ready for the hook, you know. Get ready for the hook. Catch it. Proud Pelican, so we are proud. Say it, man. We're not here, no. Come with it now. Look where you go. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Work with me. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. You don't sound proud, man. You know, registrar does say it's because I can't sing. I should stick to the speaking of the word. I will get him one of these days. One of these days. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. We are all proud Pelicans. So get used to the term. Right? You are a new Pelican. You are what? Who said that? Just raise your hand. Huh? Oh, it's a current Pelican. I thought it was a new Pelican. I was just about to give you a gift, but nobody yet. Nah, it's for our new students. We have lots of giveaways for them, you know? My name is Jason Mackenzie. I serve as Director of the Office of Student Services and Development, and I will be taking you through this morning's proceedings. Let me extend a very warm welcome to you to the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies, and in particular to the Mona Western Jamaica campus. I am so happy to see so many of you here today. Coming from the east, some coming from the west. Some coming from the north, some coming from the south. Invited to join the family of Pelicans, where together we will all find our gold. It's an opportunity that you have to become a part of this amazing family and to engage in a range of experiences that will contribute in some way, shape, or form to find your gold. Orientation, we say to you, is your gateway to success. Our quest here on this campus is to help you to become successful. And whatever that means to you, because success looks differently. Right? For each and every individual. But we want for you to find your gold. We want for you to imagine amazing possibilities. We want for you not to accept the status quo, but you will challenge the process in an effort to make the best use of this opportunity. There are a number of students who come to us at orientation and they are a little bit timid, apprehensive even, but we are here as a part of a loving family to help you to find success, to help you to achieve success. Our quest is to provide for you the appropriate amount of challenge and support to ensure that success will be yours. We are delighted to have you join our family. We are a family in excess of 15,000 students strong and approximately 2,000 staff members. Is that so, Registrar? And we want to ensure that we provide you with the opportunity to experience exceptional teaching and learning. We thank you for choosing the UWI, and we say to you, you have chosen well, because the University of the West Indies remains the top university in the Caribbean. You can clap for that. Yes, man, because you are joining an institution of excellence. In fact, according to Times Higher Education, we are in the top 3% of universities globally, and that is something to celebrate. And so we are truly delighted to have you with us here today, and we will ensure that you have a lovely experience, not just today, but throughout the course of this week, and indeed throughout the course of your sojourn with us as you experience undergraduate life here on the Mona Western Jamaica campus. The students this side say to us that this is the happier campus, right? And so as you come into this space, live, love, laugh, find your bold, because this is indeed the place to be. I look forward to working with you throughout the course of this year, as together we will curate experiences that will cause for you to experience the power and the value of community. Thank you for choosing the UWI, and we look forward to having a wonderful year together. So there are a number of persons that you will meet throughout the course of this year that will contribute to your growth and development, that will help you to experience the fullness of life on the Mona campus. And so I'd like to introduce to you key members of the team this morning. So we have with us our Deputy Principal, Dr. Tomlin Paul. Please stand and be recognized, DP. And our Deputy Principal has responsibility broadly for academic affairs as also student affairs. Now, our campus registrar, who is the chief administrator on the campus, he's Dr. Donovan Stanberry. Please give a round of applause for our campus registrar. And he woke up very early this morning, traveled all the way from City Kingston to be here with us on the Mona Western Jamaica campus. So we have also our Deputy Campus Registrar, Mr. Jonathan Archie. Make him welcome, please. Thank you, Mr. Archie, for being with us today. Our campus director here at the Mona Western Jamaica campus, Professor Donovan Campbell. He's the man that you certainly will see a lot of, right? We have with us today, as well as a part of our team, our acting director for marketing and communication, Mr. Odain Murray. Please stand and be recognized. We also have our campus coordinator for the first year experience program, and she also serves as a student service and development manager for Irving Hall, Miss Simone Williams. We have with us as well the head of our academic support unit, Miss Cindy Andrews. Please stand and be recognized. And there are other key team members of the Office of Student Service and Development that you will meet as we go throughout the course of this day. And so we are truly happy that so many members of our leadership team are with us today. And it gives me great pleasure now to invite to the lectern Dr. Tomlin Paul, our Deputy Principal, who will bring us greetings. Make him welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mackenzie. Registrar Dr. Donovan Stanberry, Deputy Campus Registrar Mr. Jonathan Archie, Director for the WJC, Western Jamaica Campus, Professor Donovan Campbell, Mr. Jason Mackenzie, our Director for the Office of Student Services and Development, members of the Office of Student Services and Development, our SSDMs who are here, and other members of the OSSD team, our Director of Marketing, Mr. Odean Murray, members of the UWI administration. I know we may have also faculty members, members of faculty, other members of admin, representing the university and the Western Jamaica campus, our student leaders, and our chair for the Western Jamaica campus, and our very active student leaders, special guests, and our young pelicans. Good morning, everyone. So it is indeed a pleasure for me to bring greetings this morning. And I bring greetings from my own office as Deputy Principal, but also on behalf of our Principal, Professor Denzel Williams, who is aware at this point and sends his blessings and greetings to our students, our young students here at Western Jamaica campus, and who said very clearly to me that he will see you all at the matriculation ceremony coming up very soon, within another week or two. So I want to, as I welcome you, I want to also congratulate our new students. I want to say how good it is that you can join us, but also congratulations on the hard work that you have done and the achievement. I know that waiting for that letter from admissions and looking out for that letter that says, congratulations, you have been accepted to the faculty of, is a big moment. And so you have made it, you have worked hard, and you are deserving of praise and congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause so they feel, yes, and you can clap yourself too. It's okay to clap yourself and to celebrate. So you heard that Mr. Mackenzie said that you've made a good choice. And you will hear that a lot. People say, hey, UWI is a good choice. And there are lots of reasons. I heard Mr. Mackenzie giving one. You will hear, you know, I could tell you this morning that you've made a good choice because UWI is in the top 500 universities worldwide. And worldwide, if you count universities, you will come up with some 25,000 universities scattered across the world. So just think of 25,000, top 500, that we're doing well. I could also tell you that we have produced Nobel Prize laureates from the University of the West Indies. And that certainly adds to our stature as a mature and outstanding university. I could tell you also that part of you making a good choice is related to all the alumni or persons who have graduated and are serving across not only the Caribbean, but are serving across the world. We have leaders in government, we have the creative arts, the artists, the education leaders, the scientists, the medical folks, all around the world showing their talent and skill. And we say, hey, part of that has to do with the UWI training. I could also tell you that although we started back over 70 plus years ago as one institution at Mona, today we are a university system. So not just one university, but we have universities in Trinidad, Barbados, Antigua, global campus. And the UWI footprint is also, you'll find, in Africa, in China, and growing. Our Mona campus has had its own growth and development, and you're here today at the Western Jamaica campus, which is testimony to growth, development, and the credibility of this brand, this UWI brand. So I could tell you all of those things to say, hey, was a good choice. But I don't want to major on that. I mean, I think of those things as achievements. I want to share some thoughts with you this morning as to why your choice is good. And I want you to consider my thoughts and think about it. And these thoughts are really, when I think about it, are things to do with you personally as you join us today, as you come into the institution. So some of you may say, well, I hear you. We have had Nobel laureates. I hear you. We have in the top 500. All that is fine. But what about me now? What you have to tell me now about this place that I'm coming into? And I want to share 3 things with you very quickly this morning about why I think, having been a UWI graduate from way back in the early 80s, I graduated from UWI, and I've continued to be a big fan of UWI and a very, I would say, a loyal supporter of the UWI. I want to share some reflections I've had. There are 3 things in my view that makes the choice a good one. One, first I would say UWI is a place of care and comfort. A place of care and comfort. Secondly, UWI is a place of challenge and change. And thirdly, UWI is a place of celebration and connections. And I want to put these in perspective to say, hey, this affects you right now. Yeah? You're happy for all of the achievements we have made and for our ranking, but right now as you come in, these things are relevant and pertinent to your next 3 years or your next 4 years or 5, depending on whether you're full-time, part-time, or the degree that you're doing. So let me say something about a place of care and comfort. Yesterday at the parents' orientation, parents and family, we had a number of presentations, and there were 2 presentations that made me think seriously about how much we are a caring institution. And those were presentations from Ms. Shadeen Koot, who I don't know, Shadeen, is she here this morning? Not yet. And from Ms. Carisha Lamon. And they spoke, if you were here. How many of you were here yesterday? Let me just see, show of hands. How many of you were here? All right, so you'll have to catch up on this, but I'll share with you. Yesterday, we heard from Shadeen Koot, who is representative of the bursary, and Carisha Lamon, who is our acting manager for the Office of Student Financing. And they spoke so well about how we take care of you from the financial and administrative side. So things like, one of the things, and I won't repeat Shadeen's talk, but you'll have a chance to meet her and follow up. One of the things they spoke about is a financial plan that UWI has. So what they're saying, when I listened, they said, we're not taking in students and we don't care about how you plan and organize your financial life. We care about that so much that there are things like a financial plan with timelines and processes involved and engaged. And at the Office of Student Financing, there are things like book grants, meal grants, scholarships available. And all is left for you to do is to put your plan together, your budget, your plan, work out, go after the scholarships, and find the support that is there for your financial well-being. And as I spoke, they reminded me, I looked behind the speakers, and I saw this wonderful expression of our nurturing, this symbol of us as a caring and comforting institution. You know what I'm talking about, students? What is that symbol that says we are a nurturing and caring and comforting institution? Anybody knows? You were singing it, Mr. Mackenzie was singing it, and it's in the word. Huh? The brown pelican, right there at the top of our coat of arms, represents that symbol of caring. The pelican is known for caring for its young ones, even in a sacrificial way. It will sometimes pick itself and feed its young ones on its own blood. And so some of these things we are doing at UWI are symbolic, but meaningful and substantive in terms of caring for you as young pelicans, as students coming in terms of what we have to offer. In addition, and there are many, I'm going to give you just some quick, because my time is limited. The work of the Office of Student Services and Development. the student services and development managers that you will meet on every space, every hall, I'll say almost every space that you go to. Those are our strong agents of care and comfort in terms of the support that you will get. Our student leaders, and I've seen our student leaders operate, our student leaders are also there to support and care for you as you go forward. You will hear later today about the first year experience. That's another strategy for care and comfort. The first year experience has been shown in other universities, and I know we're doing research and we may have some data on this, Mr. Mackenzie, has shown that if through engagement in that first year experience, you stay longer in the university, you're likely to stay your course. Finish your first year, finish your second year, your third year, and stay on, because you're getting acclimatized and integrated academically, socially, learning the skills and getting your feet wet, but well-grounded so that you stay there. And we're family, we said yesterday. So if we care about you in the family, we want you to stay. I don't want my family member to visit and then disappear, and I don't see them for many years. I don't know who they are, where they are. We want you to stay in the family. So all of these things are symbolic but meaningful about how we care and comfort our students. Our own Vice Chancellor, who you will meet at matriculation, Sir Hilary Beckles. Last year, he said at one of the scholarship opportunities, one of the funding ceremonies that was there, that during COVID, all of us remember COVID, during the COVID pandemic, UWI demonstrated its care for students during that challenging time as it worked with ensuring standards were kept. We were there for you and caring for you. So I start by saying, as I welcome you, think about it, you're coming into a place where there is care and there is comfort and support. The second thing I want to say is that UWI is a place of challenge and change. UWI is a place of challenge and change. Now let's face it, university life has many challenges. So I won't stand up here today and say, don't worry, you're going to get your degree very easily. No problem. Just pay your fees and you get your degree. You know some universities are like that. You pay your fees and you get your degree. What do you call them? I have some universities, we call them diploma mills, because you don't really have to work for your degree, right? So at this university, because we are authentic, we are credible, we are serious about development and academic development, you have to work for your degree. And in working for your degree and being here for the next few years, there will be some challenges. So let's tell the truth, there will be some challenges. Academic challenges, social challenges, financial we mentioned, but make sure you get your plans in place. Even sometimes we get emotional challenges as we adjust and adapt. I remember in my first year at the UWI, at the Mona campus, one of the challenges I faced was the academic workload. I was in medical school, and I couldn't imagine when I started classes how much work was being thrown at us, at me. One of the subjects I had to study was anatomy. Becoming a physician, you have, and nurses, we have to study anatomy. And I was amazed at how much content, how much stuff we had to learn in anatomy. We had to learn every single nerve in the body and the branches of the nerve and the muscles and you name it. And initially I was anxious and fearful. You know, can I do this? Did I choose the right degree to do? I had those real thoughts. And I took a look around and I saw some of my colleagues were anxious and, you know, really worried. And some just got into it. I remember I had a friend who was, when I went to his room to look for him, he was always down into the anatomy book. So there's a huge textbook, big textbook, almost the size of this podium in terms of the pages, over 2,000 pages, called Gray's Anatomy. Now, many of you know Gray's Anatomy from TV, don't it? So there's a play on Gray's Anatomy they used to call that TV show. But Gray's Anatomy is probably the biggest textbook of anatomy. And my friend his strategy was to sit down in his room, lock his door, turn on his lights, and beat the books, beat Gray's Anatomy. And I looked at that and I said, should I buy a Gray's Anatomy? I had a smaller book. Should I do this? Would this work for me? You know, I'm searching and thinking. And I remember speaking to a lecturer, and there was another way the lecturer said, well, go to the lab. If you go to the lab regularly, the anatomy specimens are there, and just work with this guide, this anatomy guide, and see the specimen, and you know, this is where the nerve is, this is where the muscle is, etc. And that's one way to learn. I tried that, and I found like, wow, this was good. This was working for me. So I began to find out how I learn, my style of learning. It certainly wasn't to sit down and beat the books that way, but it worked for my friend, and my style was working for me. So in the process of my first year, although I was daunted by OMG, I have to study all this, and anatomy was only one subject. We had like 3 other courses to do in that first year. I found my way, I found my footing at the end of the year. When I had the written and oral exam, I got through with honors in anatomy, using my style, my learning. So I want to encourage you to, as you come into the first year, to ensure that you look at yourself closely, look at how you learn, right? Get some advice, get guidance, and those challenges that you face them frontally. Don't despair, don't pull back, you will get the results. One of the quotes about challenge brings change. And one of the quotes that I want to read with you from Abraham Maslow. Maslow, we all know Maslow's hierarchy. Maslow said, one can choose to go back towards safety or forward towards growth. But growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. And that kind of mirrors my story a little bit, because I found that, yes, I was fearful, and that was only one story I give you. But there were other times when I had, again, those anxious moments, and I had to go back and say, I will go forward. I will conquer the fear, I'll go forward again and again. When the athlete goes to the gym, or when some of you who are training goes to the gym, and you do crunches and workout and so, every time you do a crunch and you're stretching those muscles, you do 3 sets, 5 sets, etc., those muscle fibers are tearing a little bit. And it's that little micro tear that makes them grow bigger and stronger. Because they heal up now, we get more protein, amino acids, building the muscles, building the strength. So challenge brings change. And yes, we will, you know, we are conscious of the challenges from the UWI side. We don't create challenges necessarily for you. But we know that challenges are there, and we are going to support you. And I want to encourage you to face the challenges as you go forward, because they will bring growth in time to come. So UWI is a place of care and comfort. UWI is a place of challenge and change. And lastly, my third thought about UWI, why you might choose UWI, or to share with you if you haven't thought about it. UWI is a place of celebration and connections. It's a place of celebration and connections. So you're going to meet lots of people. Already you've met some of your colleagues. You're going to meet senior students. You're going to meet faculty. You'll meet administrators. You'll meet student services managers. You'll meet, the UWI community is there. And through that kind of linkage and network, you'll find opportunities to build your social net worth and your overall capacity for the future. Many of my friends from university life are still my friends today. And those relationships are mutually beneficial and healthy and very positive. So as you go forward, I want to encourage you to also celebrate. We celebrate a lot at UWI. If you look at our calendar and things happening, there's a lot of celebration. Homecoming, induction ceremonies are coming for the halls. The matriculation is a kind of celebration. It's a welcoming, and it's a kind of celebration of you joining the fraternity, joining the UWI. I recall some years back when I was dean for the Faculty of Medical Sciences, how excited I was when I heard for WJC, our Western Jamaica campus, that our nurses were getting the Nursing Student of the Year award. And they were doing this for like year upon year upon year. I think they have some mercy now on the other schools. I think they give them a little break. But Prof. Campbell, we are top of the line. And we celebrate that. I was always happy to call up and say congrats, come down and visit and say congrats. But I want to encourage you as students coming in to have an attitude of celebration. I want to encourage you to celebrate as you go forward. So amidst the challenges and the tough times, I want to encourage you to take time to celebrate your small victories and the big ones. Sometimes a small victory is really a big one and you didn't know that. Your achievement in a course, your work with a club, with a society, something you might have started because you spoke to Prof. Campbell and you say, I think we can do this on the campus. And you took the initiative to do it and you see it come into pass. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. That celebration does something about our growth and our development and our belief in ourselves. And it just brings a good joy to the community that allows us to work even better. I want to hear about your achievements. Professor Donovan, I want to hear about your students' achievements at WJC. I want to hear when they do well and when they're doing things, not only academic achievements, but the other things. And I will celebrate with you as you go forward. So, as I close, I just want to ask you to think about your reasons for being here. And yes, indeed, we are a top university. But be assured as you come in that you're coming into a place where there is care and comfort. It's a good place. It's a good place. It's a good place to be. We can do better, and we can do more, and we are continuing to put our foot forward and to do even more for you. But this is a place of care and comfort. So take a deep breath and say, I made a good choice. This is a place of challenge and change. And so take another deep breath and say, I'm ready for this. I want to grow and change, and I'm ready for the challenge. And then think about this place as a place of celebration and connections. And take that deep breath again and said, I look forward to those moments when I can celebrate my work, my achievements, and meeting my goals. Welcome to WJC, welcome to the Mona campus, and I wish you all good success. Thank you.
Wow, I'm truly, truly inspired, and I really hope that you are too. I really look forward to celebrating you as Olympians. I look forward to celebrating you as innovators. I look forward to celebrating you at graduation in a couple of years from now. I look forward to celebrating you as change makers and distinguished leaders. I look forward to celebrating you as influencers. I look forward to celebrating you as volunteers who will attack social justice issues and make this our Jamaica land we love and the region a better place. I really look forward to connecting with you and celebrating you in your various forms of success. Another round of applause for our Deputy Principal. I'm going to segue now into another portion of our activities for the day. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Sashane Smith, who will guide you through the rest of our program. She serves as Senior Secretary in the Office of Student Services and Development here at Mona WJC, also a resident advisor. And she has become, I'd say, all things to all persons. May I ask you to make welcome to the stage, Ms. Sashane Smith.
Welcome to the University of the West Indies. Welcome to the University of the West Indies.
I'm gonna have to do this over because when we just started, we're not hungry. I feel like that's what's going on. No, we have a lot of stuff going on, and we have food on campus. We have sponsorship from Guardian Life, Pepsi, Red Bull. We have a lot happening. So I wanna do a vibe check because we are proud Pelicans. So let me just, Mr. Hewitt, just give me a little volume. Let me see if I can.
Been leaving
Can I sing? I can't. But I'm gonna try because I am a proud pelican. So let's do it, right? Together. Let's try. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, so we are proud pelican. No. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Mr. Hewitt, vibes check. Everybody stand up, please. Because I need it. Can we just stand up? As proud pelicans, you're here. There's no turning back. There's no going anywhere from here. Because you are proud pelicans. So let me do a vibes check. Vibes check. So I'm going to say vibes check. And whatever volume I'm at, you respond and say vibes check. You're going to say boom. So I say vibes check, you say boom. So if I say vibes check. No. Obviously I'm not talking to you, Doctor. I'm sorry, Professor Campbell, and all the Dr. Paul, Mr. Mackenzie. But I think everyone here that's been accepted to the UWI Western Jamaica campus are smart, independent, and bold people. And that's what I want to see today. Alright? Can I get a low volume? Let me just try this one more time. Vibes check. No. And guess what? You won't sit until we do it right. Alright? Let's go again. Vibes check. 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 UWI. Alright, now this is what I like. Now I'm gonna ask for just a little bit more volume, but I'm gonna say proud pelican, and let me hear you say it again, because I'm just not sure that you're proud. Are you proud to be a pelican? I feel like she's the only proud one here. And just let me remind you, I have prizes and surprises. We have great sponsors today. We have so much things to give away, but I'm not giving nothing if I just not give it, because that's only fair. UWI. Alright, we have to go practice that one. But let's start over, because we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, so we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican. I feel like they're way more prouder over here. So I'm going to start with over here. And let's just have a little competition, because we're all proud pelican. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. No. Professor Campbell, Dr. No noise from the, because I know you're proud. I'm talking to the persons at the back. You're here, you're proud pelicans. Let's try again. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. I hope this isn't the energy we're entering the semester with, because guess what? As proud pelicans, we're loud, we're bold, and we're proud. So I'm really not gonna let you sit until we get this right. That's only fair. I came out and I'm so proud. So let's go. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Ready, proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, you are proud pelican. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, so we are proud pelican. It's hard, but you know what this just showed me? Because we look about we tell our here in Western Campus, you know, and this group here just proved that point to me again, because that's what we do here at Western Jamaica Campus. We bring the bold all the time, every day, every single day, even when stress has killed you. We're gonna bring it. Alright? So I'm gonna do this one more time, because I feel like D-Burns did this thing with this song and we're not appreciating it enough. I don't feel like we're doing it. Pelican property. I'll do it one more time and then I'll get into the program, because I feel like you guys want to see it, but you don't deserve it. You don't. UWI. Western Campus. Alright. We are proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Ready, proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Ready, proud pelican, we are proud pelican. Proud pelican, you are proud pelican. Proud pelican, you are proud pelican. We are proud Pelican, we are proud Pelican.
This opportunity.
Alright, you may have a seat. I won't torture you too much, because we have a lot in store for you today. However, I would love for us to get the program rolling. We're going to work on that. So before we get to the village that we have set up with all the sponsors and all the booth holders that are here to present to you, we're going to have to do a vibe check, because we're now going to bring that energy over there. Definitely not. But we do have an amazing program set out for you today. And I would like to get it started with. Now, you might have met him before, yesterday, this morning. He has been our chairman for this orientation period. And as my director, I love him so much because he gives me reign to do all the crazy ideas I have in my head. And as students, trust me, as the director of the Office of Student Services and Development, Mr. Mackenzie really does allow us to find our bold. That's why I'm here, right? And we want to give him a round of applause before he makes his way up here to give us a grand presentation that he has for us to allow us to feel that light, to be proud Pelicans. And then after his wonderful presentation, we'll try that proud Pelican thing again, because I just feel like I'm not getting that vibe. Are you proud to be here at the UWI Western Jamaica campus? Because I need to feel like you are proud. I am proud, and I left a long time ago, and I'm still proud to be a Pelican. So I want everyone to know what that means and feel what it feels like, because being a Pelican is truly probably the highlight of I'm not going to say my age. So I'm going to ask you to please give Mr. Mackenzie, my director, the director of the Office of Student Services and Development, a hearty round of applause, a proud Pelican round of applause as he makes his way here to give us a short presentation. Thank you. Proud Pelican, we are proud Pelican. Una catch on, all right.
Thank you very much, Sashane. So, Jonathan, after this, you won't take any tails out of school, all right? Because I was asked a question just now. Why am I a proud Pelican, right? And to speak regarding UWI for you, the rise of the Pelican. UWI for you, the rise of the Pelican. And I thought it fit to share a little bit of my journey, Dr. Paul, and what brought me here. And why am I so excited about everything UWI? Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, at the noble institution on a hill in Mandeville, Manchester, I sat in a zoology laboratory, a zoo lab, because this lab also happened to be my classroom at Manchester High School. And I saw people, Sanjay, filling out application forms for the UWI. Professor Campbell, I never had the benefit of parents who went to a university. And so many of you may be first generation students who do not have the benefit of parents or family members who would have gone to university. So I never had that. But I saw people filling out application forms. And when I asked about it, they were applying to the UWI. And so I decided to apply to the UWI. Without no information, no background, no nothing, I applied to the UWI. And thanks be to God, I was accepted to the UWI. We're talking about UWI for you, the rise of the Pelican. So I wasn't a person who thought that UWI was for me. Because even though I was just moving along in high school, doing the next step from first to second to third, I got good grades at C-Second, so I went to sixth form. I was just going along with what you are expected to do. But growing with my grandmother, we heard of UWI as UC. And UC was a reference not just to the university, but the hospital. Because the university, as you may know, started as the University College of the West Indies. So the UC is that UC part of it, right? U for you, the rise of the Pelican. And so I got accepted into UWI, and I didn't even have a place to live, and so I found an uncle who was living in somewhere in between Stony Hill and Golden Spring. And that's where I caught for the moment. Until I discovered that a number of my friends from high school were in Irving Hall on the campus. And I decided that, you know, I'd hang out with them in that space. And so though I never had a room in Hall, you know, Dr. Paul, you can close your ears. I had a room in Hall. And the interesting part of that, Jonathan, is that, I'll tell my story at some point in time, how I moved from squatter to landlord. Because years later, I became the manager of Irving Hall. We're talking about UWI for you, the rise of the Pelican. But UWI is a place for you academically. You hear what I say? It is a place for you academically. So best believe in yourself that you can achieve academically and you can become successful academically. Because I had a love for chemistry then. And even though initially, when you do sciences, people just direct you, oh, you need to do medicine. Right? And I did apply for medicine. I ended up in chemistry in the Faculty of Science and Technology. It was natural sciences then. Right? And I pursued a double major in chemistry and food chemistry. And later on, I began working in the chemistry department. So this is UE for you, you know. Poor little me from Poor's in Manchester ended up being a staff member in the Department of Chemistry at the University of the West Indies. I'm sharing a bit of my story so that you can understand that this place is indeed for you and you belong, and how you can rise as a pelican. And so I went through the Department of Chemistry and graduated and began working in the Department of Chemistry. And then I went to the Netherlands. One of 20 persons across the globe in a course, in a particular area of chemistry, representing the Department of Chemistry. And at the end of my period of training in the Netherlands, among 20, there was a representative from China and India and Russia and other spaces, right? I became valedictorian of that cohort of 20 representatives across the world representing the UWI. We're talking about the opposite opportunities that will present themselves to you if you make use of them. The rise of the pelican. UWI for you. And so UWI is indeed for you a space where you can excel academically. But UWI for you is also a space that you can excel in leadership. And so I talk about my sojourn in Irving Hall, and I went to Irving Hall, and quickly I got involved in leadership. And so I became block representative, which was a representative for the block on which I lived with a block of 40 persons. And then after that, I became hall chairman. And during my period of hall chairman, I got the opportunity, registrar through an exchange program, to go to Florida State University. I didn't even own a passport at the time. And so because this opportunity came about quickly, I got a passport. I didn't even know that as a Jamaican citizen, I had a right to a passport. And after that, so with that came the opportunity to get a US visa to go to Florida State University as a team of student leaders in an exchange program. That was the inaugural program. And I went and benefited from that because of my leadership in the space. I was hall chairman at the time, right? And I fast forward years from that. I went to FSU. I was leading a team of students to Florida State University. Remember, I was in the first batch of students to go there. And years after, in my capacity as Director of Student Services, I was now leading a delegation to Florida State University. We are talking about UWI for You, the rise of the Pelican. So it's a space that embraces leadership, and my leadership continued in different ways because, in fact, I ran for Guild President, lost by 3 votes. But then I became resident advisor, then I became Student Service and Development Manager in various capacities, having responsibility for commuting students, then for Irving Hall, and I'm now serving as Director of Student Services at my beloved institution. And I've represented this institution in different capacities, whether it be through the Department of Chemistry. Currently, I'm a part of the International Leaders Association. I've had leadership positions in regional bodies across the space. And so through the ILA, I represent at various levels and committees, giving leadership to various institutions, organizations, and committees. And I could go a lot around that. But I'm just saying, UWI for you, the rise of the Pelican. UWI is for you in the areas of co-curricular activities and sports. And so I played sport at the UWI. Played for Mahal, played for UWI. And so I played football. I run track and field. And Prof. Campbell and I played football together. You may not know that. Right? And we gave leadership to football together. I got involved in coaching. Right? And not too long ago, the UWI had a team in the National Premier League. That's the top league, the highest league in the country. And I served as chairman of that football organization, giving leadership to that space. Many of our athletes, our student athletes, are Olympians. They are national representatives in netball and football and so on. I am saying this is indeed your place to shine. So you may be a little bit apprehensive right now. You may be a little bit concerned, but I'm saying you are at the right place. The UWI is for you and will present to you opportunities in leadership, in academics, in sports, in co-curricular activities, in the creative arts. There are a range of opportunities that are awaiting you. So I'm saying to you, you have come to the Mona Western Jamaica campus, and there is an opportunity for you to find your bold. And we are engaged in this orientation exercise because this is a gateway, an opening, an avenue to your success. And when you hear about, when Miss Williams comes to talk to you about gain your wings, you will find out one of the amazing opportunities that's present and available to you for your success. UWI for you, the rise of the Pelican. And so I could go on and on and on. But when people ask me, why am I a proud Pelican? Why do I dedicate so much of my energy and time to the UWI? It's because I have learned, I have grown, I have developed, I have been caused to flourish because of this amazing regional institution, a one-of-a-kind institution that you are now a part of. And so, ladies and gentlemen, first-year students, my challenge to you is to make use of the opportunities that are available to you by just investing some time and energy into the range of programs that we have planned for you inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. So if you are questioning, is UWI for me? Yes, UWI is for you. This is a moment to begin your process of rising as a Pelican. I look forward to celebrating your successes. I look forward to reading about you on the cover of the magazine as amazing, distinguished UWI graduates. Thank you.
For my director, I think we can do better than that. Let's try again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Campbell. I'm so sorry. I keep mixed up. I, as a proud Pelican, we aren't awesome. We aren't perfect. So I'm here saying, Mr. Campbell, I should be saying Professor Campbell, Mr. Mackenzie. And Mr. Mackenzie is my director, so imagine. But still, I am a proud Pelican, and that was such an amazing speech. If you don't feel encouraged, if you don't feel motivated to actually take the reins of your future, take the reins of what's possible here at the Western Campus, I don't know what else to say to you. But I do have a little token. And you don't deserve it because you guys weren't giving me the vibe I think I deserve. So we're going to vibes check one more time. I'm going to ask a quick question and see who will be lucky enough to win this UWI cup. Now, as a proud Pelican, I love my branded items. And at the village, we will be giving away many more. And I do have a little more goodies in my bag. Shout out to the marketing team from Mona. Yeah. So I just want to big up our sponsors again from Guardian Life and Pepsi for coming out. But we want to get into the program. But before I do, I still have to check the vibe that's in the room. As a proud Pelican, this is how I found my bold, by being this type of person. And I need for you to let go of any preconceived notions that you have for being here. Anybody that you think you need to be, get rid of that. Anything that you think you need to act like, or any written down program that you think, this is how I should come to UWI, forget that. Because the moment you step through these doors, the moment you allow yourself to be immersed into the Western Jamaica campus, into the life of a proud Pelican, you will definitely find your bold. So I'm going to do the UWI cheer, and I hope the response is better this time. UWI, UWI, UWI! UWI, UWI, UWI! 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 Do you guys feel proud of that? All right, so we're going to try it again. And until I ask that question and you say yes, because here at UWI, we do things we're proud of, never the opposite, right? So if we're going to do it, we're going to do it good, right? We're going to do it well, and we're going to do it bold. So let's try again. UWI, UWI, UWI! UWI, UWI, UWI! 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 Campus! All right, now I love that. And since we're talking about the wonderful, beautiful Western Jamaica campus, can anybody tell me or a slogan for a bottle? A UWI branded bottle. I've said that so. Yes, and you are right. And you're a first-year student? Because if you weren't, you would not have won, you know. You can come and collect your prize. Thank you so much. So here at the UWI Mona Western Jamaica campus, you're welcome. We find your bold. So you will hear us say that multiple times. Find your bold, find your bold. And I want you to own that. Own what that means for you, because my bold can never be yours and your bold can never be mine. But this is where you find your individual bold, and this is where we allow you to flourish and grow. Now we have Miss Williams here to talk about gaining your wings. She is the first year experience coordinator. And as a first year student, I know we have many here. There's a lot of questions that might be on your mind. How do I get to class? Is there any time to chill? What type of parties are here? Oh, that's what you want to know. All right. But Miss Williams, and she's Miss Simone Williams, or first year experience coordinator, will be here just to give you some tips on how you can gain your wings as a first year student. And I know being a first year student, you might be a little scared, even if you're moving on hall, if you have so many questions. How can I ensure that I'm fine, I'm safe? How can I ensure that everything I'm doing is to the point, to the T? How can I ensure I don't fail? And I want you to never be scared of failure. Failure is inevitable. We're going to all fail, but that's how you learn. And I want you to be proud of your failures, because when you're proud of them, it allows you to try again and again until once you reach that success, it's like no turning back. As a proud Pelican, right? All right. So I would like for you to give me a hearty round of applause for Miss Simone Williams, who will be here talking about the first year experience and how you can gain your wings. Thank you so much. UWI, UWI, UWI. I'm just testing them for you, Miss Williams.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Yes, that's fine. Okay, take good care of Okay, everyone, before we begin, please excuse the departure of the campus registrar and the deputy campus registrar. It was good having them. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, good morning again, everyone. Good morning again, everyone. It's always good to be at the Western Jamaica campus. Some years ago, they got it to be my favorite part of the campus, but for other reasons. But it's always good to be here. How are we feeling? Good. We have this activity for you. You know hangman? Used to play hangman in school? Okay, we're going to play a little bit of hangman. MITS, are you ready? 1 minute for hangman. But did you complete your FYE bingo? You had a bingo sheet with lots of little transitions that you'll have to make in FYE. Did anybody bingo? Because there's a prize. You bingoed? All right, so I'm going to ask you to tell me what was on your bingo. What's your name?
Ramon.
Ramon is going to tell us what he bingoed with.
What I got a bingo for was I express myself clearly when talking to others. I pay attention to my spiritual and emotional well-being. I can cook 1 breakfast dish, 1 lunch dish, and 1 dinner dish well enough. Emphasis on well enough. I have things I do to keep me mentally well, and I have tips I use to successfully manage stress.
Beautiful. Give Ramon a round of applause. Great, Ramon. So there's a prize for you. Did anybody else bingo? Nobody else bingoed? Okay, so Ramon is the winner of this bingo competition. Is there a hangman up as yet? Okay, so it's, right. So if you just want to guess a letter, it's a teamwork. Everybody's on the same team. So let's get the first letter going. What's your first letter? Raise your hand and we'll identify you. First letter? Yes, Ramon? Ramon says A. MITS is A on the cards. Okay, good. Next letter? Come on, students, yes? P. Is P on the cards? Is P on the cards, MITS? No, there's no P. Next letter? Let's go fast. Who said I? Yes, MITS. Is I on the cards? Beautiful, so we have an I. Next letter? E. Is E on the cards? No E. Next letter? Yes? O. Is O on the cards? Yes, we have O. Give him a round of applause. Yes, next letter? I didn't hear that. D as in dog. D. Is D on the cards? Uh-oh, no D. A new hand. Wait, in the pink? C. C on the cards? No C. Ramon, let's give somebody else. Only first years can participate. Seniors, come on. Yes, go ahead. G. Is G on the cards? No G, and I heard S. MITS, do we have an S? Okay, want to go now? N. Okay, we're doing nicely. Is there N, MITS? Okay. Who wants to go next? Somebody said T. All right, let me hear it. Transition. Give yourself a clap. So today we're going to talk about this really important word, which is transition. Okay? So right now you are what we refer to as students in transition. Ever heard that term before? Right, so you're students in transition. And because I'm old school, I still like to keep my notes, not on an iPad, but on my paper. So I'll use it from time to time. Okay, so you're what we call students in transition. And a transition is any event at all that requires you to make some adjustments to face a new reality. It doesn't even have to be an actual event. It can be a non-event. So what is your transition right now, do you think? What's your transition? What transition are you facing while we're here? One hand. Be bold. Remember, Pelicans, what's the transition you're currently facing? Yes, tertiary education. You are embarking on tertiary education. So that's the big, big transition. Have you ever thought about a caterpillar? And how does that get into a butterfly? Does the caterpillar die? If the caterpillar dies, where will the butterfly have come from? But then there's no caterpillar, so where is the caterpillar? It transformed, but how did that happen? Okay, so my first degree is in chemistry, and I love science. I was no good at it, so I transitioned to other things that I'm good at. And so you will learn that when the caterpillar goes into that cocoon, it actually breaks down into cells, kind of like stem cells, but those cells can become any other cells, right? So they break down into these cells that can be differentiated into other types of cells. So it's the same caterpillar broken down to a basic format, and then that helps to regenerate into this awesome butterfly. Isn't that nice? Right. So when you're at UWI now, you are going to be in that cocoon, which is the next 3, 4, 5 years. And we are going to put you through a process here at the UWI where you pull out your best parts, right? And discover new parts of you and skills that you had before. You're going to use them in different ways to become that beautiful butterfly that has wings, right? So I'm going to tell you now the different processes that we will use to help you to become that beautiful butterfly. Are we ready? Okay, so the caterpillar, as you know, started out life as an egg, and it became a larva, and then it went into this pupa, which is a tertiary stage, and after that, it's going to become an adult. So you went to primary, secondary, you're a tertiary now, and what's next? What's next? The world. Good. So all this time in primary school, you're learning what your teachers tell you, you're taking up from your parents, and you're just adding on to what you know. So basically just getting big and fat in knowledge, right? Just like the caterpillar. But now you're at tertiary, it has to be a different ball game. Do you realize what's going to happen? Can you just continue being a caterpillar? No, you'll always be on the ground and always be at the risk of some child picking you up and doing all sorts of things with you. So now you have to transform into that butterfly. It means you're going to have to figure out yourself and what you're about and what you want to do, and take everything that you have learned and break it down and make sense and meaning of it so that you can be something worthwhile looking at and something that can make an impact on your environment, okay? So that's what you will have to do during these 4 years or 5 years or 3 years at UWI. You are going to have to transform. And that's where that word transition comes in for us this morning. If you don't transition successfully, guess what? If you don't transition successfully, you may not be able to transform into what you're supposed to be. So we're going to focus today on your first year, since we're going to take it one step at a time and help you to figure out how to make that transition a bit more seamless, okay? So there are 4 things that you have to think of in this transition. So in student affairs, we call it the Schlossberg's transition theory. That's the lens through which we look at to help first years adjust. The first thing is that there are 4 S's that you have to consider in this transition period and that you have to attend to if you want to transition successfully, if you want to gain your wings. And the first one is the situation, right? So it's where you're studying, which is at UWI Western Jamaica campus, who the people are around you, your peers, your directors. All of that situation is something you have absolutely no control of. So you're here at UWI in first year in your program, you don't have control of that situation. So that one is out of your hands, and that's where the stress comes in, because you're in a situation that you really can't control. So that's the first S. So you have to know the situation that you're in, okay? The next one is your self-factors. You know how some people have different personalities, different ways of thinking, different ways of being, different response to problem solving, different response to failure. All of you are different. And so that's why the first year experience has to be really a small, intimate group so we can learn about your self-factors and help you to succeed. Dr. Paul would have told you how his friend studied and how he studied differently and succeeded his own way. So in FYE, we do more than one thing. We help you to identify your self-factors. So if you're a procrastinator, you must know. If you like things organized, you must know. And in FYE, we help you to reflect on that and figure out who you are. How you're affected by other people is important. The kind of support you need is important, so that's a part of it. So there'll be a big emphasis on self and how you manage yourself, how you learn about yourself, how you present yourself, or self-presentation, okay? So are you shy? Yes. Are you supposed to be able to turn off that shyness at particular times? Yes. So in FYE, we want you to really have control over your self-factors so you can function in real life, okay? So we're gonna work on that in FYE. The third S is social support. What is social support? Anybody knows what social support is? Freshers only. Social support. You want to tell us what social support is? You don't have to be perfectly right. Friends, classmates, people you can rely on, your spouse, your parents, and it also involves other kind of support. So people who send you money, people who take you around, take you to church with them, that's really important for transition. So you have to kind of find a little community, and we know sometimes that community can be a little difficult, so FYE helps with that. And then strategies. You have to have strategies for everything. Strategies to save money on food, strategies to find class, strategies to study, strategies to get your lecturers to give you extra marks, all of those things, right? So you're going to learn all these strategies in FYE. So UWI is going to be the cocoon. You're at that stage in life. You can no longer go back to just taking in information, right? You now have to process that information, but also decide how you're going to present yourself to the world. So what happens in FYE, you're going to be together in small groups, right? And we have a course for you. It's not like an academic course. The underlining thing with FYE is that it has to be fun. So the university has said there shall be no FYE if it's not fun. And you know Miss Francis, her middle name is Fun, right? Yes, you're going to have a lot of activities, interactions, talking about life, things that matter to you, social excursions, cultural excursions, everything that will make FYE fun. So it's going to be that oasis in this academic desert, right? So you see that situation that you couldn't control of being here, FYE is going to be that part that you control. It's student-led, right? So even your outreach project, you choose the outreach project that you want to participate in. You decide how the topic should be presented. And guess who presents the topics in FYE? You, the students. Guess who decides what needs to be discussed in FYE? You, the students. So it's everything about self-esteem, confidence, how to maintain your values in the presence of other people's values, how to work with people who are different from you, how to increase in confidence, how to make presentations. All of those things will be in FYE. How to apply for scholarships, how to negotiate with your lecturers and with your faculty, what steps to take if you want to transfer to a different program. So FYE is going to be that pelican nest for you, okay? So that's like your little nest that you're going to take to transition so you can position yourself for transformation. So who's going to sign up for FYE? Let me see the hands of those who are going to sign up for FYE. Okay, I noticed that you guys don't answer on first ask, so let me ask again. Let me see the hands of those who are going to sign up for FYE. What does FYE stand for? First year experience. But let me ask a different way. Let me see those who want to successfully go on to second year. Let me give you a little bit of stats. Maybe about 25% of first-year students usually don't make it to second year. However, the research shows that that number significantly decreases when one participates in first-year experience. Trust me, there's a lot that you don't know, and you need the support of your peers and the university staff members to guide you, okay? Also, the graduation rates, maybe not everybody graduates on time. And some people take up to 6 years to graduate. But the data shows that participation in FYE significantly reduces the time it takes for you to graduate, okay? So you want to give yourself the best chance, give yourself the chance to have wings by making sure you're participating in the FYE. So FYE gives you social support. It helps you to navigate this situation that you're in that you feel you have no control over, because the people who work in your FYE program, they will make all the right connections for you. So whether it's mental health support that you need, financial support, academic support, negotiating challenges with your families and with your peers, FYE is that safe space, that nest where you as a pelican can get all that support, okay? So you know already what it takes to succeed. You already know that, which is why you're here. However, at UWI, it's a little bit different. You want to be able now to shore up who you are and to bring your best self to your work, to the way you carry yourself, to your presence, to your co-curricular activities, to your leadership development, to your service engagement, and to how you engage with the world, okay? That's how you're gonna get wings, okay? So if you're shy, you can still succeed. If you're bold or enough, like we like to call it, which we enjoy, you know, we like people who are enough, you still will do well, okay? If you're an A student, you will do well. If you're a C student, you will still do well. So just be a part of the FYE so we can help you to transition, okay, successfully to first year so you can have the environment to thrive or to transform. Okay, so thank you. We will be here for a little while. If you have any questions, you can always ask. And I'm sure you've been told about the first year experience from seniors, so you will do the best that you can. So it was nice talking with you. I look forward to coming down to your FYE events and joining you on an excursion. So thanks for having us and enjoy the rest of your orientation. It's good to have you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Williams. It was such a riveting experience through the first year experience, or through the lens of what is provided from the first year experience program. I myself will be a part of what you do as first year students. And don't worry, me not bad. So it'll be fun. As you say, we like enough people because we like to be seen, right? That's why I'm up here. But as a student, as a first year student, we want you to thrive regardless of how bold you are or however enough you are in this case. So I would love for you to just give Ms. Williams another round of applause for just reminding us of what the first year experience is all about. Now we do have an amazing entertainer here. Wow, that's how I sound. So we have an amazing entertainer here. His name is Mr. Michael Wilson. He'll be here just to serenade us a little bit as we prepare ourselves for the excitement that will be happening for the rest of the day. I just want to again big up our sponsors because I have a lot of giveaways from KFC, Pepsi, Guardian Life, VMBS, and Red Bull, all here just to meet our first year and returning students. I'm not sure if I have any returning students in the crowd, but if I do, welcome back. Okay, yeah, nice to see you, not the volunteers, nice to see you guys. But please again, just welcome Mr. Wilson as he comes just to serenade us for a wonderful day that we'll be having. Thank you.
Sinking. Sinking.
No, 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 no. Mr. Wilson, no. What was that? I know I said serenade, but you had me over here moving. Please give Mr. Michael Wilson another round of applause. That was so beautiful. I love it. Quick question, sir. Can I get a little beat? A little beat just so I can sing on? Nothing I can sing on? No? See, I thought we were supposed to find our bold here. I wanted to sing, but that's okay. That's not my strong suit, so I will not take that up. But we're moving right along into the program. That was so beautiful, and I hope you guys felt that. Oh, every morning I rise, I look at the sun, and when you're here, I don't know if you can tell, guys, but we have the most beautiful campus. Sorry, Dr. Paul. So, no, we are moving into our program, and I just want to remind you that it doesn't stop here. After this, we'll be heading right over our village where we have our booth holders or sponsors, your guild, your student leaders, your clubs and societies. They're all waiting for you, our students, new and returning, to engage with them. And on top of that, our sponsors, KFC, Pepsi, Guardian Life. I just can't stop saying it because we have sponsors from KFC for all the KFC lovers. Pepsi, Guardian Life, VMBS, and Red Bull. Look at that. So I hope I get a free Red Bull package. Anybody that gets it, just secure a second one for me because I'm working. I can't engage, all right? So thank you. I'll take it at the end of the program. Just meet me at the back, all right? So we're moving in, and I would love to welcome my manager, and she will be your Student Services and Development Manager, Miss Tanya Francis, who will be engaging us in student engagement at the Western Jamaica campus. Now, before we give her a hearty, and it has to be hearty because when I tell you that Miss Francis puts her foot in everything that she does, from first year experience to mentorship to even so much as us going to band launch, because we have to go to Kingston and show up and show out as we normally do in a healthy and heavy fashion. And for my returning students, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But Miss Francis ensures that she curates a special or numerous programs for students, not only first year, but we focus mostly on first year students, not because you guys need the help, but because we know that there's so much potential coming in and we want to ensure that you use all that potential throughout all your years here. So I would like for us to give my manager of the Office of Student Services and Development, Miss Tanya Francis, a round of applause as she makes her way up. Proud Pelican, we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, we are proud Pelican.
Welcome to the University of the West Indies. The best in the West, no, the best in the world, no, the best in the galaxy. Your place to rise and your place to shine and your place to be. So get.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good. I have things to give away, I'm not give them away if I get a weak morning. Good morning. And I love free things here. All right, so let me acknowledge our Deputy Principal, Dr. Tomlin Paul, our Campus Director, Professor Donovan Campbell, and I don't know where my Director of Student Services turned, but ladies and gentlemen, students of UWI Mona, Western Jamaica, good morning. I don't know what else I can say because between Sir Shane, Miss Williams, and Mr. Mackenzie, there's really nothing else for me to say, and Dr. Tomlin Paul gave you all of it this morning. So I'm just going to tighten up a few things, just to let you understand how important student engagement is at UWI WJC. Now, unlike Mr. Mackenzie, you hear how Mr. Mackenzie did all over the place, very engaged, gone a foreign and all these things, I was the complete opposite. I was a commuting student at the Kingston campus, and I did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And if I have a class that is 6 p.m. only, sorry to say I never went, but I did absolutely nothing. Because I was a shy country monkey from Clarendon. And if I was going to ask a question at the faculty office, somebody better follow me and ask the questions. That's how shy I am. And what that did in terms of consequences, it restricted my options for jobs. I was extremely shy. I have links from Yasso to Dubai and come back, but I just could not secure that job because I got involved in nothing to get out of my shell, and I had to work twice as hard to be here. I had to break out of the shell. But one of the things that helped me throughout university is mentors. And they don't have to be official mentors. They can be unofficial mentors. I remember when I was at UWI and in tutorials, they usually ask for you to give feedback on the presentation. And every time a particular lecturer asked me to give feedback, my response was no comment. And then when it was time for me to present, I bawl, living in water. And at the end of a class, she called me and she said, Tanya, talk foolishness. Say anything, just say something. And a lot of times our mentors see our potential that we don't see. Because I can tell you, she called me one Wednesday after I left UWI, still in the shy zone, and said to me, how much work you have? And I said, 2. She go, okay. This is the conversation. Okay, so you're going to start lecture my course Monday afternoon, 5 o'clock, send your resume, come, it's introduction to political science, and the students, them at your, just work with it, all right, cool, see you later, bye. And I went into that classroom and saw that I was the youngest one, and I faked confidence. Good afternoon, my name is Tanya Francis, I'll be your lecturer for today. Give me a few seconds, I'll be back. And I went outside, and I hyperventilated. But knowing she trusted me with her course, I knew I could do it because I had to pull up the socks, go in there, and fake confidence. And I think, or I know, if I was more involved at UWI, I would not have had that problem. I would not have had the roadblocks that I had in getting a job because I was just too shy to talk, right? So just a little something. Now, the university is not just about your classes and getting your degree. Of course, that is very important. Our volunteers at the back are student leaders. They are part of the guild, they are part of the hall. See them waving, them excited. And even though there are student leaders in charge of programs and getting you engaged, their first goal is school. And that's one of the first things we always tell them. Your academics come first. But at the same time, your academics alone will not help you. You need your soft skills. You need the friendships that you're going to be forming while you're here from as early as now. So I want you to get engaged in things that we have here. Ms. Williams went in details with the first year experience program. This is where we help you with your transition into the university. Because I can tell you, university life is nothing like where you're coming from, right? Get involved in Emerging Leaders Program, get involved in mentorship. We have clubs and societies here. And if there is a club and society that is here that you're not interested in, and you have the need for another one, you can always create it coming through the Office of Student Services and Development. Now, one of the things we always emphasize here, outside of our programs and offerings, is always get involved in outreach and volunteerism. Our university students tend to only get involved in volunteerism and protest when it has to do with tuition and hall fees. But you are here to make a change. You are here to get involved. You're here to contribute to civic duty. So when we call you and say, we want a busload of UNO to go down Sam Sharp Square to do a silent protest against violence on homeless people, I don't expect the bus to be running empty with the AC. Get involved. We have arms at the university that does outreach. The Guild has an arm, OSS has an arm, and Mona Social Services always come through to do outreach and volunteerism here. And if you find a need to do or create something, let us know. Let us guide you and let us help you, right? So there's a takeaway here. Don't just sit on the sidelines, get in the game. The more you engage, the more you'll get out of your university experience. Whether it's joining a program, leading a club, or volunteering your time, every step you take outside your comfort zone is a step towards becoming the person you're meant to be. Your time here at UWI WJC is what you make of it. So take advantage of every opportunity, embrace every challenge, and most importantly, enjoy yourself. This is the period before the light bill, the water bill, the rent, all them something there. So enjoy your time, but know how to balance your time. Thank you.
Thank you to my Student Services and Development Manager, Ms. Tanya Francis. Please give her another round of applause. And she made amazing points. And I recently graduated in December. I graduated with a second class honors in psychology. That was my major. And I started UE during COVID. So I'm a COVID baby. I call myself a COVID baby. So if you went to school during COVID, if you had to go home, wake up in the morning, if your class at 8:30, you wake up 8:25, roll up on the next side of the bed, draw for the laptop, and log on. Right? That was me for a good 2 years of my UE life. And I'm going to be honest, during that time, I was involved in everything. I remember somebody asked me, Sashay, in your work, you're the president of CKI, you're in emerging leaders, you're active. How you do it? I said, I don't know, but I wanted to. And I came from a time in school where I was enough. Again, enough. I think Miss Williams brought it up about enough people. Hi, my name is Sashay, and I am enough. Hi, they just say hi, Sashay. And I don't know, A when they introduce themselves. But my point is, the only reason that I'm able to stand here in front of you, the only reason my previous SSDM could have come to me and said, Sashay, I know you applied for a scholarship and you just lost your job because COVID was no longer a thing, and I was working as a COVID test professional. So I was testing persons with COVID and sending out their information. And a week before school started, I heard, hey, we're going to make you redundant because COVID is no more and we no longer need you. Boom, blank. No, I worked and went to school, so I don't know anything about my free time. That was a myth to me, because anytime I'm not in class, I'm working, because I got to make that money. School fee I have to pay for some way, somehow. But I was involved. Mr. Davis, he's the first year experience coordinator here on campus. He can tell you whenever he has a meeting with you that I was the only one in those Zoom meetings talking. Why? Because I want to know me. Anything that's giving away at UE, I want to get it. My first year experience meeting was online in Zoom, and I won something. I don't know what I won because I never came on campus to collect it. But I won something in that meeting, for sure. And after the 2 years went by and we went back face to face, it was kind of, I didn't want to come back and say, hey, 2 years ago I won something in first year and I didn't get it. Can I have it now? It was just ridiculous. I couldn't do it. But I came back and I had a goal. If I was active online, I have to be active being here because I wanted that overall experience. Academics is one thing, and Ms. Francis will always ponder on that. You're here to read for your degree, and you will hear your lecturers say that so much. You're reading for your degree because you are. No one will give it to you. It won't be a handout. You have to work for it. But on top of working for it, honing your soft skills, you have to get involved to know your strengths and to know your weaknesses, and that's what I did. So whenever I was in a Zoom meeting and my heart started to race when the teacher asked a question and the lecturer asked a question and I knew the answer, but I was so scared. I didn't want to open my mic and I hated the sound of my voice. Yet I'm here talking to you guys with my wonderful voice. But still, I had to turn on that microphone and I had to be like, my video isn't working, but I have the answer. and I had to do it. Getting involved, it's almost like a secret tunnel to your success. Nobody tells you how important it is, but we are telling you no. When you get involved, you get opportunities, you get different. I got a scholarship, and I was online the entire time. How did I get a scholarship? I couldn't afford it, that's why I had to work. So I had to apply for a scholarship, but my involvement in my academic involvement was great. I was a B plus student. I was not a A student. Like I got second class honors. That says I'm a B plus, right? And that's amazing. You don't have to graduate with first class honors. You still feel proud when you walk across that stage and collect your diploma. But my point is, get involved. Get involved. When you get involved, you'll see sides of yourself that you've never seen before. Who would have thought I would be here hosting orientation? When it was my orientation, I was online watching it on YouTube. And now I'm here hosting an orientation. I feel like that's just a 360 moment for me. And the reason why I'm just adding to what Ms. Francis said is because I now benefit from that, and I'm able to show students from my own position as the senior secretary and the resident advisor what university life is all about. What I didn't get during those 2 years of COVID, I want to ensure that you experience it. When I call you and I say, hey, we're having a meeting, we're going to the marine lab to do a little tour, go on a boat and see the ocean, let's go. It's free. The university is providing you that experience so you can find your bold, specifically here at the UWI Mona Western Jamaica campus. And it's throughout. At Mona in Kingston, they have so many opportunities, and it's reflected here also. And that's why I want to ensure that everyone grasps that opportunity, finding your bold. You won't do it by not coming on Thursdays when you know so you have no class, and that's clubs and society time. Yes, we have a dedicated day where it's for you, the students, to go out and enjoy the clubs and societies and events that are happening. That was petitioned by the Guild to ensure that students are able to participate not only in academic life, but in their social life, to meet people, to network. I can go on, but I'm living proof because I was enough. I'm not asking you to be as enough as I am. I'm just asking you to participate. Be involved. Let me know your name, because once I know your name, I call you for everything. Hey, come help me put up that. So you know if you blow balloon, you know if you tie balloon, you know if you tie ribbon, yeah, come. All the volunteers at the back can attest to that. But they're student leaders, so they have to do it, right? But you're doing it proudly, right? I was not convinced, but it's okay. We'll work on it. So we're moving into our program, and we have registration 101. Now, registration is especially important when it comes on to your academic life. Why? You have to register for your courses in a particular way, in a particular fashion that allows ease. You don't want to leave all your foundation course like I did for the last year. In your final year, you're running up and down to write, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to. Your foundation course is for your first year. That's for you to ensure that you're owning your skills when it comes on to writing at a degree level, because it's completely different from writing when you're in high school. Believe me. Or when it comes on to understanding or critical thinking, we have a course on foundation for critical thinkers. It's important. Now we have Mr. Winston Harrison. Some of you would have met him yesterday, or finalizing accounting student, who's also the admin assistant at the main office, will be here to tell us about registration 101. I just want to remind you guys that any questions that you have, we will be able to answer them at any point in time, but we're just here to give you all the gold and gems that we have for you to assist you with your process. All right? Mr. Harrison, thank you.
Thank you, Sashin. Deputy Principal, Dr. Tomlin, Paul, our campus director, Mr. Professor Donovan Campbell, members of staff, students, a warm welcome and a pleasant morning to you all. Okay, thank you. So, registration, as you've heard, it's very critical. This is how you register for your courses, to know what to do and what not to do. So I'm just here to give a brief overview surrounding registration. There will be some video tutorials just the same, and you can access these online as well. So first things first, has anyone heard of SAS? Okay, so SAS is the platform you go to register for your courses. Also, you can view your transcript, that's your unofficial transcript. You get on SAS to see your grades just the same. So first, to go on SAS, you can go on SAS in two ways. So you can go on Google and type in UWI, and the first link that comes up, you click on it, and then you enter your login credentials. Also, you can go on the school's website at mona.ue.edu, and then you go to Online Systems and select Student Administration System. By now, all of you should know your ID numbers and your password. And your password by default is your date of birth in the format year, month, and date. Familiar with that? Okay. So once you go on the login page, you click on Enter Secure Area, and then you type in your ID, that's your 6-digit ID number, followed by your password. And as I said, the format is year, month, date. Once you log in, you'll see main menu being displayed, and you'll see personal information as well as student services. You will click on student services and then you'll select registration and then select banner 9. So now I'll show you a video presentation of what registration entails.
How to add a course. From the university's homepage, select Online Systems. Scroll down to Students, then select the first link, Student Administration System, SAS for short. Then from the SAS homepage, select Enter Secure Area. You are now at the login page. Sign in using your username and password. Your username is your assigned student ID number. Your password is your orvali/domain password. If you have forgotten your password or it has expired, please contact MITS to have it reset. For first-time users, your password is your date of birth in the format year, month, day. Click Continue and select Student Services. Select Registration. Select the Banner 9 registration link. Then Register for Classes. Select the term from the drop-down menu. Then click Continue. On this page, find classes by entering the search criteria. Click inside the subject area search bar and a list of all subject codes will be displayed in the drop-down menu, or you can type the subject code. Type the course number and select the campus from the drop-down menu. Then click Search, and sections for that course will be displayed. Courses sometimes have multiple schedule types like lectures, tutorials, and labs, etc., and all schedule types must be selected when registering for a course. By clicking on the course title, the class details are displayed. It gives a schedule type for this section, and the Link Sections tab to the left will show all other schedule types that must be selected. Click the Add button beside each section or schedule type that must be selected. The sections will then appear in the summary table at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, with a status of pending beside each. Click Submit. If there are no errors preventing registration, then the status will then appear as registered. The course will also be added to the class schedule to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. To view your complete registration, click the registration link at the top of the page. Then click View Registration Information. Select the term from the drop-down menu and all courses fully registered for the selected semester will be displayed. That's it. Remember to sign out by clicking the person icon beside your name at the top right-hand corner of the screen. Click Exit at the top right-hand corner of the SAS page.
Alright, so that's a tutorial on how to register for the courses, and as I said, it is on the UWI homepage, so if you need to watch it again, you can do so in your own time. And Further information regarding your courses, when you visit academic advising on Tuesday and Wednesday, you'd be advised as the courses that you should select to register for this semester. Also, some errors that you may encounter when registering. Some of these errors include a prerequisite error. This means that you need to have completed, this means that you need to have completed a prior course before doing another course. For example, if you're supposed to do communication skills for managers in semester 2, the prerequisite is Fountain 13, which is critical reading and writing in the social sciences. So let's say you did not pass crit in first semester, you will get this prerequisite test error when you're registering for communication skills for managers. So always ensure that you pass the prerequisites needed for the following course. Also, further errors that you may encounter are faculty credit limits. This means that you have exceeded the maximum hours or credits that a student can do per semester. So if a full-time student, you have 15 maximum credits, and for part-time students per semester, you have 9 maximum credits. Yes, you can do more than the 5 courses per semester, but that would require you to do an override to get that 6th course added to your schedule and for it to be approved. So at this time, I'll show you a video tutorial on how to request an override.
How to request an override. Registration add errors occur when course criteria have not been satisfied. Before such courses can be added to the record, you must receive permission from the faculty by requesting a course override. When a registration add error occurs, the student can either select another course or request an override. For a complete list of the different types of registration add errors, see Course Selection Guidelines on the SAS homepage. To request a course error override after receiving a registration add error, open the Registration tab at the top of the screen. On this registration page, select Requests for Course Error Overrides. Select the course that you wish to request an override for from the drop-down menu on the Course Overrides page. You may add a reason for the request. This is optional. Now click Submit Request. If or when the request is approved, the course will appear as registered in the View Registration Information page. Remember to sign out.
Okay, some other errors that you may encounter that an override request is not granted for is a repeat course already passed. So let's say you pass a course with 56% and you want to take that course to get a higher grade. That cannot be done. Once you have passed the course, you cannot resit the course to get a higher grade. It is only if you have failed the course that you can take that course again. Also, there is a campus restriction error, and that is when you want to do a course that is offered at Mona and not at WJC, then you cannot get that campus restriction unless it's a case where you have to do a course that is online. So like Science, Medicine, and Technology, one of the foundation courses will be offered online, then you'll be able to get that campus restriction. So in adding courses, you may also want to drop courses as well, because you may make some errors in terms of registration. So also a tutorial will be played to show you how you go about dropping the courses that you may have selected in error.
How to drop a course. From the SAS homepage, select Student Services. Click Registration. Click the Banner 9 registration link. Click Register for Classes. Select the term from the drop-down menu, then Continue. The registered courses for the selected semester appear in the summary table at the bottom right-hand corner of the page. All schedule types for the course must be dropped at the same time. From the drop-down menu to the left of each course section, select Web Drop, then click Submit. The status now changes to Deleted. To view your complete registration, click the registration link at the top of the page, then click View Registration Information. Select the term from the drop-down menu, and all remaining courses fully registered for the selected semester will be displayed. That's it. Remember to sign out.
And also, pay attention to the correspondences sent out by the university. So ensure that you activate your UE email to get all the information regarding the opening of registration, closing of registration, and the process that it takes for late registration. Late registration, it is done with a fine, so it's best to go to academic advising, get the advising on the courses that you should do so you do not end up in late registration to be able to attract that fine. So further information you'll receive when you go to academic advising on how to register for your courses to successfully navigate the university space. So at this time, I'll hand back to our host, Sashane.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison, for that riveting and well-detailed presentation. Again, I just want to remind everyone that this information is accessible on SAS. You can also go on YouTube. If you have any questions, do not be afraid to ask. Half of the time, most times, the questions that you don't ask are normally the questions that you need to ask. Now, you might notice a change in my flats because the presentations are slowly, we're about down to our last two presentations from our resource centers, i.e. the library and also the health center that's here on campus. And trust me, when I say library has everything, she will tell you all the details though. But after this presentation, we'll be moving into our campus tour, then our scavenger hunt, which will then lead us into the village where we have all our proud sponsors, KFC, Pepsi, Guardian Life, and VMBS. And of course, I have to drop to dirt bunks when I reach inside. That's how I'm change in my flats. But beside the point, I would like for you guys to please give Mrs. Beverly Burt a round of applause as she come and talk about the library, your resource center. Thank you. She's also the administrator for the Circle K. So if you're interested in joining Circle K, Mrs. Burt is the perfect person to go to.
Thank you, Sashane. So, to our Deputy Principal, Dr. Tomlin Paul, our campus director, Professor Donovan Campbell, my colleagues, staff members, returning students, and most importantly, our new students, good morning and welcome. So my name is Beverly Eccleston Burt, and I'm one of the librarians here, and I'm here to tell you about your library, your resource center. Now, what I like about the UE is that it provides you as students with all the information that you need to get the resources to complete your studies. So on your journey to acquiring your degree, the library is here to support you. And that's what I'm here to tell you, how you can get support from your library, your resource center. So, I wanna, again, welcome you to WJC. We normally dub this campus as the family campus, the happier campus. All right, we pride ourselves on that. And so we welcome you and to let you know that as a library, we are here to support you in laying that firm foundation for you, our resilient students, as we encourage you to discover, to learn, and to succeed. All right? So we're on a journey. And the library also is on a journey. And in terms of our mission and our vision, I'm going to share with you our vision as a UWI library, the University of the West Indies Mono Library, is that we want to be that state-of-the-art library with modern facilities, unique collections, delivering cutting-edge services, and fostering digital transformation right here at the UWI. Sounds like a good vision? Okay. And so, our mission is to be that global gateway to Caribbean content, advancing learning, knowledge creation, and innovation. And what we pride ourselves on in terms of our core values, we believe in student-centeredness. So you are our priority, all right? We believe in self-service and delivering good customer service, and you will find that out for yourself. We believe in innovation, diversity, collaboration, advocacy. Advocacy is very key, especially in the time in which we are living in, and I've been hearing you, other speakers encouraging you to get involved. Advocate for yourselves and for your brothers and your sister. So as a library, we will support you on your advocacy journey. So you want to know our staff at the library here at WJC. So we have 4 main staff members here. We are headed by our senior librarian, Miss Sandra Stubbs, and you will see her on the campus, in the library, around. All right, so Miss Sandra Stubbs, she's a senior librarian, and of course she's assisted by yours truly, Beverly Eccleston-Burt, and we are both assisted by our other staff members. As you can see, Miss Felicia Moore, Mr. Miguel McCoy, and also Miss Crystal Miller. So we are all here on campus at our branch library to offer you the support that you need on your study journey. I'm sorry. So moving right along, you want to know our opening hours? We operate Mondays through Saturdays. So Mondays to Thursday, we are open from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. On Fridays, we are open from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. On Saturdays, we are open 9:30 a.m. until 5:30. On Sundays, occasionally, usually during first and second semester exam period, for those students who need that conducive space, that quiet area to study, we will open those Sundays to facilitate you. Other than that, usually we are closed on Sundays. So we offer several library services. As a library, we have resources on loan. We have a variety of books. We have electronic books. Of course, you can get it online. You don't have to borrow. You just use your UWI credentials and gain access to our online resources. But in terms of our physical books, you can borrow those books and you can take home or you can use within our library space. We offer printing services. If you have your assignments to print and you don't own a printer at home, you can come to the library. Trust me, you will not get any cheaper rate anywhere in Western Jamaica. So make sure you utilize the services that we provide at the library in terms of our printing service. We do scanning, we do photocopying, and we offer reference services. So when you have your assignments and you can't find those information that your lecturers will encourage you to find those scholarly, credible sources, and you're looking because you're supposed to do it for yourself, but you're having difficulty, and you don't want to wait until last minute, feel free to come and speak with us. We won't do it for you, but we will assist you in finding those resources, those hard-to-find resources. All right, so I talk about the books that you can borrow. So as undergraduate students, please note that you can get open shelves books to borrow or reserved book. For open shelves books, you can borrow those materials and you can have them for 7 days. All right, 7 days for the open shelves material. If it is a RBC, which is our reserved book collection, you have 2 categories of those. You have the one that is called reading room, where you can borrow for 3 hours to use within our library space. But you also have the reserve book that is considered overnight, wherein if you borrow it today, you have it for the entire day into the night and bring it back tomorrow. The good thing about the overnight book is that if you borrow on a Friday, you have the entire weekend with that book and you will return it the Monday morning. All right, so that's for the overnight. We have laptops on loan. So if you don't own a laptop or if you have one and it is giving you some problem, don't worry, you have that last minute assignment to work on, you can come to us. We provide laptops on loan. All right? We, at our branch, we do not allow students to take bags into the study area. All right? And so we offer lockers on loan. So if you need somewhere to store your bags, your books, your personal books, we offer lockers also on loan. All right? So as I told you before, the services that we offer, printing, photocopying, laminating, scanning, and the price for these services, dirt cheap. All right? So the reference services that I told you about, in case you have that assignment, you can come and you can speak with us and we will assist you in locating the information. I'm not sure why it's skipping. All right? So you can come and chat with us at our reference desk. All right? To find out more about locating your resources. In case you need information on citing your sources, you can come and chat with us at the reference desk as well to get assistance in citing your sources. Okay? So, if you are at home and you need to ask us.
Hi, Miss Moore. Long time no see.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Moore. Long time no see.
Hi, Miss Miller. I know I've been Sorry about that. I was saying, if you're at home and you need to ask a question, you can connect with us online using our online chat service called Ask a Librarian, and that you can find on our library's webpage, where you can connect with us using the online chat service. Now, I wanted to share with you a video that can give you a little bit more information as to the services that we offer. If I could only get back to that video, you can tune in to hear more about the services that we offer. Our technicians, you're going to assist me in getting to that video page. All right, tune into that video now, please.
Hi, Miss Moore. Long time no see.
Hi, Miss Miller. I know I've been missing in action, balancing work and school, and last week my computer crashed. So now I'm just scrambling all over the place trying to just complete the courses.
You know you can borrow books and laptops at the library.
Really? But I have work right after class, and I really don't have time to come here and spend any time.
We offer overnight loans.
Overnight?
Yeah, so you can bring the book home and return it the next day. And if you borrow it on a Friday, you have it for the weekend and you return it on Monday. So if you're unable to return it the next day, you can renew your loan online, as well as access other resources such as ebooks and e-journals to help you with your assignments.
And I can do this all online?
You can do this all online.
Wow, okay.
And if it is that you need a space to study and you're unable to go home and do so, we offer a 24-hour room where you can study and do your assignments. And if you want a more secluded area, we also have a reserve room. So all you have to do is to reserve your slot. You come, give us your student ID, and you're given the room.
Okay, so like how much does all of this cost? To borrow the book, the laptop, and reserve the room?
It's absolutely free. All you have to do is bring your student ID and you can access the resources that we have at the library. It's just be careful of the due dates. So whenever you're given a time and a date, you come and you bring it in before on that time. If not, you incur a fine.
Okay, wow. Well, that is absolutely helpful. I hope other students know about these services in the library.
I hope so too. Are you aware of the opening hours?
Not 100%. Can you remind me?
Sure. So on Mondays to Thursdays, it's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. On Friday, it's 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays, it's 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Sundays, it's occasional to facilitate examinations.
Oh, okay, wow. So I have my ID with me. Can I go ahead and reserve a book now?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. So I know you guys are computer literate, you are the netizens, and you know how to use computers. You don't want us to show you, but trust me, to use our library system effectively and efficiently, I'm going to encourage you to tune in to our UWI sensitization sessions. Stay tuned for those dates. They will be advertised soon, and I want you to sign up so that you can know how to use our systems with ease. All right, stay tuned to our UWI sessions. We normally have 2 such sessions per day once they are up and running. We normally have them 11 to 12 or 5 to 6 to cater for those students who come in the evening. All right? So stay tuned to those UWI sessions that will help you to know how to use our library systems. Now, what do we expect of you as our students using the library? We expect you to obey all our library rules. The space that we have is very small, but don't worry because we packed a very huge punch. All right? And so being in that small space, we want you to talk softly so that you will not disturb others around you. We want you to pay attention to the due dates for the resources that you will be utilizing so that you do not incur huge fines. All right? And, well, if you want to help us to make the money, you can keep them late because that's how we generate some funds because we don't sell items. All right? So if you want us to earn some money, you keep the resources late, and you will have to pay a fine. So we will encourage you not to do so. All right? We want to let you know that if you don't have an ID, your student ID that is, it's difficult to utilize our services. So make sure when you're coming to utilize our services, you come with your IDs. All right? And we're going to ask of you kindly to take care of our resources. And if you borrow our devices, don't destroy them. Take care of them because you want to use it again later on and you want others to make use of those resources also. All right? Fair? Cool. Now, I've been telling you a little bit about the library and I want you to win cool prizes. So let's test your memory to see how much you remember. We have a little treasure hunt going starting now and ends at 2 p.m. today. You can find those questions by scanning that QR code, respond, and we will see who the winners are. All right? You have scanned that code? And then I'm going to leave you with a testimonial, a proud testimonial. We have scanned that code? Moving right along.
I'm a past student of the University of the West Indies, Mona, Western Jamaica campus. I was a part of the second batch, started in September of 2009. I started the Rotaract Club. I served as a deputy chairman, and in 2011 to 2012, I was the campus chair. And as I am a Pelican, an alumni of Pelican, I would like to encourage you students to take and make use of your library. Your library is a safe space when it comes on to number one, having to do with finding that quiet place, which we don't typically have. Sometimes whether we're at home, dealing with children, dealing with siblings. When you come to UWI's library, we're always sure to have wonderful staff who will be able to assist you in ensuring that the information that you're seeking, they will walk you through the library catalogs also, whether it be in person or online. You always have those experiences as well that you can tap into. If there's anywhere in the world that I can be found when I'm lost, it's going to be a library. And even Mona campus library as well, I spent many nights and many days in that library doing class assignments. As I am now visiting my alma mater, I am filled with a lot of vibrant emotions because it was this journey that started me where I am today. I'm a college professor at Centennial College in Canada. I'm also a project officer for a non-for-profit organization. I manage projects and interview people and encourage my students always. And one thing I'll always say to my students is that if you don't read, you're not going to know. And if you're not going to be in the know, someone who has less ability and less opportunity to excel will know more than you. So what do you choose? Come to the library, read a book, do your research, make this experience one that is memorable not just for yourself, but one that you can also share with your peers and your family to come. UWI, Pelicans from Caribbean islands. We come from near and far. Make UWI Library your place and your home.
Thank you very much. Remember, consult with us, all right? And I have a little secret also to tell you, Don't let anyone know that I tell you this. But the library is one of those few departments that you can get on-campus jobs. Check us out.
Thank you, Mrs. Berth. I really appreciate you. And please, even though in the library you have to be quiet, you have to be mindful, demure, all that cutesy stuff, just be reminded that we're all here to assist you with your growth. And just like Mrs. Bird and her team at the library, they're fully equipped in ensuring that your academic life is on tip-top shape. So laptop, no problem. Books, no problem. Citation, no problem. They have it all. And I'm so impressed and I'm so happy that my campus just has everything in this tight little knit space that greatness is always just pouring out of. So we're moving to our final presentation, which will be held by Dr. Jennifer Stewart Dixon. She is our on-campus psychologist and therapist. So, if you ever need a counselor, if you ever need to speak to someone, any issues that you may have, you can always visit. She'll be here talking about wellness for academic success. So we talked about being involved. We talked about the library, your academic life. Now we have to ensure that your wellness, your mental health, because that's also one of our priorities here at the UWI campus, or the UWI Western Jamaica campus, is your mental health. And Dr. Stewart Dixon is here to... Dr. Stewart Dixon is coming to speak on wellness for academic success. In the meantime, between time though, since we're waiting for her arrival, she might have stepped down to her office, and you will learn all the spaces on the campus tour. So after this, we'll be breaking for a short period where students will just ask you to meet us back here at a designated time based on whenever we end, once Dr. Dixon gets here, and we will be doing a campus tour. And don't be surprised when you go as far up as a Salt Block and you're like, oh my God, I didn't know the campus was this big. Yes, it is. Salt Block is all the way up there, but you'll be touring the spaces. You'll know where to find Dr. Dixon. You'll know where to find the library. You'll know where to find the OSSD office where I'll be at. You'll know where to find the hall, even though it's right there. But all right, so for 5 minutes, let me see what I can do in 5 minutes. I can give something away. Professor Campbell, is there a question you would like to ask? Maybe something I should ask just to give, and I don't know, I feel like giving. I have a KFC voucher, and I think it would be nice if a lucky winner could get that. Is there a question? When the campus started, I think that's a great question. And we celebrated amount of years last year. So, can anyone tell me, I think we already have an answer, but you're sitting beside Miss Warborough. Oh, okay, good. Now, can you tell me what year, is that microphone working? I want you to walk and say it as loud as you can, because everyone who is not here or outside need to know the year that this campus started. We look about Utalawa and here at the Happier campus where we find your bold. Now, what year did we find the boldness of the Western Jamaica campus?
I'm not sure, but I think it was 2008.
How do you start the question with "I'm not sure"? I want you guys to remember this. Whenever you're answering anything, whenever you're aiming at life, even when you're not sure, do it with confidence, all right? So you say, I'm not sure, but 2008. And you are correct. The campus was founded in 2008, and just last year, we celebrated our 15th year, and I have a KFC voucher for you. Thank you so much for participating. And big up our sponsors, KFC. I forgot our sponsors. Big up our sponsors, KFC, VMBS, Guardian, Life, Pepsi. Oh, because I don't want to look for free things. No, I know. But thank you so much, Ioana. A nice little voucher from KFC. They have sponsored us. Please give her a round of applause. So 15 years. We started in 2008. And we have our wonderful Professor Campbell here as our director, just to hone our greatness at the Western Jamaica campus. Now, I think I see Dr. Stuart Dixon here. Are we ready? So I just want to remind you guys, Dr. Stuart Dixon, she is our psychotherapist at the health services at the UMONA Western Jamaica campus. You'll find her office shortly when we go on the tour, but she'll be here to talk about wellness for academic success. Please give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome, Dean and Prof. I'm a little out of breath because I had to run over here quickly. It's nice that we are on time. Welcome, students. It's always a pleasure to have you. Being the last speaker of the day, I'm forced to be entertaining, okay? Because I have to keep you on your toes. I have to keep you awake. Okay, so today we're going to talk about wellness for academic success. And when I talk about wellness, there are 6 areas that I want to touch on, okay? Our physical health, our emotional and our mental health, social wellness, spiritual wellness, financial wellness, and intellectual wellness. So what does all this mean? So there are a few points that I'm going to touch on as we go through these points. So the key to be successful here at WJC and in your university life is that you need to manage your mental and physical health, okay? Engage in social and spiritual activities, and we're going to talk a little bit more about these as we go on, right? Maintain a balance between academic and social activities, and we're really going to touch on that one. Be smart with your finances. Monitor your nutrition. Know the available resources that are here to help and guide you, and take a proactive approach to accessing and utilizing the health and academic resources that are here. So, when we talk about physical health, right, I want to introduce you to the Health and Wellness Center. You will have a tour after, so you'll know exactly where we are. So when you are in need of resources, you know where to find us. You can access medical consults there with a medical doctor or a nurse practitioner, okay? So you can get your blood pressure screenings, if you have diabetes, if you're not feeling well, you have a fever, please come and see us and let us give you a consult. Now you can walk in from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to see the nurses, and on a Monday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. to see our doctor. Now, please get those times right. And Tuesday and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., okay? If you are in need of assistance outside of those hours, please come nonetheless. We can schedule an appointment for you, so when he does come, you can get first priority, all right? You need to be proactive. You need to come and let us know what's going on. The Health and Wellness Center plays a vital role in assisting you with academic excuses on medical grounds. I'm going to say that again. We play a role in assisting you with academic excuses on medical grounds. Now, what does that mean? So let's just say something is going on in your family. You've lost a loved one, there's been a hurricane and you've lost your roof, and the family is in a lot of confusion and conflict, whatever is happening in your household. If you come and let us know, upon assessment, and with information provided, we have to validate this, we can assist you if you are unable to make an exam, or if you're ill, or you have to fly out of country for, we can help. But please, come to us sooner rather than later. It's hard for us to justify what happened when you come 2 weeks after and you've already missed the exam and you're already in problems. Proactive, okay? Proactive. Let us help you manage your issues so you can be successful. That's what we want here. We want you to be successful, because guess what? If you're not successful, guess what that says about us? That we have not done our job. You have to put in your 50%, and maybe more. but we also have to be there to support you, and that's what we'd like to do. Okay, so I want to make you aware that, as we say in Jamaica, COVID-19 still a keep, okay? So you need to be washing your hands, you need to be very careful about being in crowds, wear your mask when appropriate, and should you identify any signs and symptoms, come and let us check it out. Now, the flirt variant comes with some unusual symptoms. You can't quite sure what is going on. So my advice to you would be any kind of cough and fatigue and congestion and runny noses, just come. Let us be the ones who make the decision or that final decision about whether or not you need care or you're good. How does that sound? Sounds good? Come on, you're out there, man. Sounds good? Fair? Fair enough. Okay. So, right now there's no regulations that say you need to be vaccinated. But as I said, should you find that you're experiencing some symptoms, either contact us at the Health and Wellness Center or contact your RA or contact OSSD. Contact somebody. Don't sit there feeling ill, especially when it gets to like 6 p.m., and you're hoping to ride out the night. Please don't do that. Particularly if you're on dorm and your family members are not close by, don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to us. Okay? Sounds fair again? Sounds fair. Okay, now, as we talk about your physical health, I want you to be thinking about your nutrition, your alcohol consumption, and your drug use. All right? Now, try to make healthy eating choices. Now, I know it can be difficult, because we're working on a budget, not you? Right, but we have to make healthy choices. Be careful of the constant buying food. Sometimes they're high in salt, right? We have to be monitoring our health. Try to cook for those who are on campus, and for those who commute, try and cook. Plan, schedule your day. Get a timetable of when you're going to study, when you're going to do your household activities, and when you're going to cook and take care of your nutritional needs. Now, I want you to also to be monitoring your alcohol and your drug use intake. Now, it's nice to go out and have a good time at the party, I myself enjoy a good lime, they used to call it in my day. I don't know what they call it in your day, right? But you know what I'm talking about. We're not telling you not to go out, Part of this experience is about enjoying life and understanding how the social setting works and making lifelong friendships. And we're not telling you not to do it, We're telling you to do it safely. We're telling you to be mindful that at the end of the day, what you are here for is a degree. Yeah? So the friendships that will carry throughout your life and be support systems for you is important, but your degree is as well. So as you take in alcohol, if that is going to interfere with your ability to be present the next day, to show up and do the exam, to study for the test which is upcoming, right? To be present in the group work and contribute and participate actively, then we need to think twice. We need to think about the impact of that decision. Now be careful about these coffees and these Red Bull and these energy drinks as well, because they do have an impact on your health that you need to be aware of. Right? We recognize that this may be a time for many of you that you're away from home. Yay! I can just tell you that my daughter is anxiously awaiting to move to Mona in Kingston come Sunday. Yay! She's going, right? But maintain a balance. In every aspect of our lives, balance is important. Okay? So, eat well, get enough rest, get enough exercise, make healthy choices, and take decisions that's going to work for your end goal, which is, I didn't hear it loud enough, which is, are you sure that's what you're here for? Yeah? All right. Good. So the next point I want to make is about physical activity. How many people are engaged in physical activity now? Let's put a raise. I can't put my hand up, unfortunately. So, physical activity. Come on, raise them a little higher than that, please. Great, that's nice. Happy to see that there's some people engaging. Can I encourage the rest of us, myself included, to get more involved in physical activity? Physical activity is a wonderful way to deal with stress and to cope with the challenges that academic work at this level brings. So physical activity, okay? Now I have provided for you some resources of Commuting Student Office and Students Services and Development, because they will provide you with information about what physical activities are available here on the campus. Please be proactive and take up these opportunities. Now, so your emotional and your mental health on-campus support can be psychotherapy. I'm the psychotherapist. And so we can engage in counseling around depression, anxiety, stress, suicidality, any kind of experiences that you may have had, whether it be here or in other areas of your life, that you feel the need to discuss, or that has been triggered by something. Could have been something in the news, could have been something that happened here on hall or on campus. Know that you have support and use it. You will make an appointment for access to these services unless this is an emergency. An emergency for me falls under some type of suicidality, some kind of psychotic episode, then come and see us. But I would want to advise you to be your brothers and sisters' keepers. Sometimes you're the one who's going to be able to identify that something is going on with this student. Mary, not her usual self. Why is Paul acting that way? Okay? We need to be able to alert your RA, alert one of your academic advisors, alert a lecturer, or just come down to the center and have a talk with me and say, Doc, XYZ is happening, and let us figure out a way to resolve it, okay? I might be limited in my approach because I can't go up to a student and say, hey, I hear you're having some challenges, come see me, all right? They have to take that step. But we can work as a community to get help and support for anybody who needs it. And you play an important part in that role, okay? So, and again, the excuses on psychological grounds can be had at the Counseling and Wellness Center. Again, come forward, let us know early what is going on. Now, as it relates to your social and your spiritual needs, please maintain contact with home and family and peer groups that provide support for you before you got here. Yeah? Because I know you didn't get here only by your own initiatives and your own hard work, yeah? There was a host of people behind the scenes pushing you on, encouraging you, right? Telling you to get up and put in that application before the deadline passed. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Paying for this and being there for you. Don't forget those connections. You need them now in university. So keep close to those connections. Maintain your attendance at church or wherever it is that you worship or whatever activities that you are a part of. It becomes important, even more so when you are here, to have connections that are supportive and ones that you can trust. You're going to be meeting a lot of new people here, and it's wonderful and it's exciting. But we have to determine who are the persons that we can trust. You can't tell your business to everybody. You don't know that. Am I right? Exactly. So you have to be careful. So let's go back to those old support networks that were there for you, that you know you can trust. And I'm not saying don't make new relationships. I'm just saying don't jump in too quickly. Test the waters first. Do your assessments to make sure that whoever it is that you're meeting is someone that is worth having in your life and is worth sharing your stories with, your history with, who you like with, what you did with X, Y, and Z. Be careful. Not everybody is trusting. Not everybody is your friend. You need to make those assessments. Now we can help you with that as well, okay? Okay, so the financial wellness, now listen now, make a budget. How many of you in here have ever made a budget? Raise your hand, let me see. A budget. A budget. I don't care if you have 50 cents. Make a budget. What you say? What was that? A very, very good point. So step number 1 is making the budget. And step number 2 is adhering to the budget. That's right. Because it's a discipline. It's a skill like any other skill that you have to develop. But let me tell you, you better start now. Because if you think you have things to budget, no. I see the front line here looking at me, I'm going, right? If you think you have things to budget now, wait till you leave university. How many people on student loan? Try budget that when you come out, right? Make a budget. Put money aside for, you don't know what's going to happen, the things that pop up. Put money aside for transportation. Put money aside for photocopying material that you need for lecture. Put money aside for a rainy day. When you can't cook because unfortunately the gas done. You never top it on the outside to hear when it, it sounds different when it's full from when it's empty. Oh, you think I don't know these things, right? Put a budget together. Get some help if you need, that's okay. If you're not used to doing a budget and you're not so sharp with these skills, that's fine, we've all been there. I still don't adhere to my budget sometimes, yeah? And I'm not, put money aside to do your hair if that's what you want. You need to look nice. That's okay. Just budget it. Be reasonable with it. Be balanced with it. Understand? You get me? All right. Try to save. It's hard to save, but try to save. Put something away. But I guess the point that I'm making is that you always have to stop and think a little bit about what it means. So this is the best way that I know how to tell you. That we need to keep abreast of what's happening globally. I'm sure everybody can tell me about cartel, right? Yes, of course you can. And you can tell me what is trending on TikTok, yeah? Yeah, there you go. Right? But do you know what's happening in Ukraine? Do you know what's happening with the US election that's upcoming? Do you know? Do you know? Oh, good. I hear somebody say something about Kamala Harris. Wonderful. But the point is that you're university students. And to be intellectually well means that you can present yourself well. That you mean you can present yourself in any forum and show up and speak. Because you don't just know about Vibes Cartel and the trip that he made to wherever he went to the other day to access medical. Yeah? Am I wrong? I'm right. Okay? I have internet too. Right. So, be rounded in your knowledge. And it's a part of being well. Because who you think they're going to choose when they say, come up here and talk to us and tell us something, and you can't find anything to talk about? No, I'm not saying that you need to know everything across the board, but there must be something that grabs your interest. Find something, anything, and know about it. Have something to talk about. Let us know that you are a proud Pelican in the making. Huh? That you are a product of the Western Jamaica campus, a happier campus. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Right. So read some magazines. Go online. Subscribe to BBC, NBC. There's tons of them. Find one that interests you. And there's lots that's free too. Now, I want to recommend that you pick up your health card. You can pick this up from Administrative Services. You won't need it to access services at the Health and Wellness Center, but you will need it for going to the pharmacy and picking up medication if you should need it, okay? There's no copay at WJC at this time, but it is good to have your card nonetheless. Some additional resources, I think I skipped a slide. The Guild, set up your email account, please. Set up your UWI email account. This is the avenue through which you get information, okay? And this is the avenue through which, if we need to provide something critical and tell you about COVID or tell you about an upcoming hurricane, this is the manner through which the university will communicate with you, all right? I want to alert you to the WhatsApp helpline, 876-294-0042. It will give you a response in 24 hours if you are experiencing some kind of a issue, some psychological distress, something is bothering you, some news you just found out that you're having a hard time coping with, give them a call, right? Use the resources that the campus has available to you. So, I think I come back to those key academic successful points that I started with, which is managing your mental and physical health, engaging in social and spiritual activities, maintaining a balance between your academic and your social activities, being smart with your finances, monitor nutrition, know where available resources are, and take a proactive approach. However, since it's the end, I want to finish my presentation. Now that we've finished with the business, let's play a little. Okay, so since you all are grounded in what's happening in TikTok, I decided to let you know that I am too. Okay, so the Health and Wellness Center, we're not like any other center. Okay, you don't have long waiting times for service. Okay, you don't, we are welcoming and we are caring because we're mindful, right? Now, wait. We provide excellent service. And the nurses and I, we're very what? Cutesy, okay? That is because we are? Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful year. All the best.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dixon. Very cutesy. I would... Mr. Mackenzie, what did you just say? All right, but we're all very cutesy, you know? We're all very mindful. We're all very demure. Right. So we just finished our last presentation, but we're not at the end of our day. We have a boatload of activities, sponsors waiting for you in the village. But before I start, I would just like to give a short vote of thanks. And then we'll be just having a little bit of peace and then we'll break, move on to our tour, our campus tour, and then we'll be having a small scavenger hunt, which will lead you right into the village. All right? But I want to thank Dr. Dixon for touching on not only mental health wellness, but the entirety of being well. And I think she presented that so well in mentioning your financial wellness, your intellectual wellness, and even your mental wellness, which is of course most important to us. But I think she made sure that she mentioned everything, because as first-year students, you don't want to be not mindful, you know, because we're very cutesy, right? As she said. And for all the TikTok trends, I want you guys to put me on, because I'm really trying to get into that mode, you know? I'm trying to live up to my age, whatever it is. So, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Not very cutesy of me. So I would like to say, Dr. Paul, Professor Campbell, and Mr. Mackenzie, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Mackenzie, for chairing. Thank you so much, Professor Campbell, for taking this baton of gold, because you are at the Happier Campus and we intend to make you feel the happiest. And Dr. Paul, you're always welcome here. We appreciate you coming out and having the conversations that you do have with us. It's not just about lecturing, but you do ensure that we feel what you say and we love it, right? I would also first, and of course my most loved and prized possession here, our first-year students, thank you so much for coming out. To our stakeholders here on campus who have ensured that they curated a program and information that you will need, and I emphasize on that need, because we didn't just stand here and talk and give you all this information if you never needed it. You do. Everything is important that has been mentioned, and not to worry, this recording will be on YouTube and we will send you the link. I think everyone should be in the freshers group, and if you're not in the freshers group, don't mind, there is a QR code at the back you can scan to join. We will also have an information desk set up for any information that you might have missed. You can find it in the village that we have. So, thank you so much for taking the time out. Thank you so much. What I want to do next, I can't have you here, sir.
Just before she run me out of the place, right? I really must take this opportunity to thank the Student Service and Development Manager here on the Mona Western Jamaica campus, Ms. Tanya Francis, and her team. Her team includes Shane Smith, because she can't thank herself for guiding us so ably through the program. Very energizing, dynamic, you know, and just engaging. Thank you so very much for the job that you do. And to Ms. Francis for coordinating orientation locally here at Mona WJC. And there's a lot for you to see in the village when we go into the village and to enjoy the chill spot there. So she will take care of what she needs to chase us out. And, you know, for you to do what you need to do. Yeah. But thank you so very much, Ms. Smith. You did a very, very excellent job of this. Put your hands together for her, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Paul, Mr. Mackenzie, Professor Campbell. All right. Thank you, Mr. Hewitt. So I have more giveaways. Before we move on, I will be cutting this and allowing you guys to get break. We do have the phenomenal team here at the phenomenal Mini Mart and Restaurant. They're here to provide us with food, refreshments, whatever it is. You can get them on sale over there. But before we move on, I just have a little bit of a giveaway, and I won't give it away until y'all work for it. So everybody know for drift, right? That's why I took off my heels, because I'm a drift, all right? I'm a drifter. No, I'm not. That's not cutesy at all. Mr. Hewitt, let me just test the crowd, because if we're not going to drift with me, we can't do this. We can't do it, and I need somebody to come and drift with me. Let me just... So nobody now come. Nobody now go come. Is that right? Pull up a song. The vibe in here just don't right. I don't like it. Marita, let's show them how we do it here at the Happier campus. All right, we're happier for a reason. I'm not a dancer. Just letting you know, the person that joins me, AFC, Kelsey. No worry, me know it. So, I don't have a volunteer. I'll keep the stuff I have then. I'ma keep it. Nobody, I tell me say, of all my first year students, none of you know how to drift. Everybody in here, no one knows how to drift. I'll keep my prizes. I'll take it, Marisa. What's going on? I don't understand. Hold on.
Hear me, I tell you. Some do me think, chain do me bling. Skip me enemy, them me a little building. Camera, action, flame. When we outside, like.
You can just go by here, madam.
Me turn up in ya.
So, I'ma keep my prizes. I feel like we have a lot of shy people here. Oh! Ha! I wanted a first year student, but I'll take what I get. Let's go. Ready? Let's start it over. Let's give them a round of applause because we're finding our goal today as proud pelicans. Somewhere we're in right? Drift, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Drift. Ready. Drift. I need the energy, guys. Let's hear some nice for them. Let's hear it. Ready. Come in. Yeah. Ready. Yeah. Drop. We got. Ready. Dance couple times. Take my picture. Drift. Ready. Drift. was a test. Because hear what? I want to see the vibes you're going in the village with. I have so many stuff happening in the village. I can't, fix it. Get some food, get revitalized, and come back with the energy. Because when we're in the village, I not take a daddy thing. I take off my shoes for a reason. Come ready. And as bold pelicans, trust me, I don't care how bold you get. I don't care what you do with your boldness. Just ensure that it shines, all right? So we'll be starting at 1. You can meet back here, get something to drink. Is 30 minutes enough? I think so. And we'll be meeting here, after which we'll start the campus tour, and we're leading right back to the scavenger hunt and going into the village. So remember, we have the phenomenal team here to provide us with food, refreshments, and everything. I'll see you at 1. Thank you. And for my dancers, I did not forget KFC. You don't eat chicken? That's fine, babes. I'll give you a cup. I wanted my first year student, but you already won a cup, didn't you? Thank you so much for participating. Now I have way more stuff to give away. Don't be startled. Don't be worried. All right? Don't be not cutesy. All righty? I have a lot of stuff to give away. Go ahead and. Did you dance? Okay. You want to? Alrighty, so you can break until 1. I'll see you can meet us back here, and then we'll start the campus tour. All right? Thank you. We can DJ though. Chaka, 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 yeah. How this do? Ready? No, you see. Oh, so I went. Me not give it no one participate. I see you guys at 1. Chaka, 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 Kawia, proud pelican, ready? A big grab in my hand.
Nah, do no show unless I cash in a man. Have work unless I touch a billion. Alien mode, me no regular, my father. I take style, big whip, big cars. But good vibes, this nice.
Wait, let me check out. Check out one more time.
Yeah, chaka, 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 chaka.
A big whip, dropping on my hand.
Brand new, nice face. Girl, I say she hungry. Play it. We got the key, come and lock in night place. Touch your road, brawling, waist. You can fool run up, get. That we talking, I be a cap in my ears. Mount a millions, me lock in night chase. You see style, big whip, big cars. But good vibes, this nice. And girl, I move to the vibe. And girl, I wind up in night place. Chaka, 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 chaka. Yeah, chaka, 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 chaka. Body now you to the talking list. If your boyfriend, I make him rock vex. Pull up in the crown or any markets. Skate off. I 6 back of that Ghana cabana. Girl, I shake when I do what I wanna. And girl, I play blues clues with all them a go on. She not fine like China. You see style, big whip, big cars. But good vibes, this nice. And girl, I move to the vibe. And girl, I wind up in night place. Chaka, 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 chaka. Yeah, chaka, 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 chaka.
Girl, yep, it's so fun. You're good problem for that.
Pretty mommy, don't worry, my wife will fuck it up. Make me happy whenever you up. In the traffic, you're giving the up. You and the me happy, go down me jump on it. The other bill, baby, up. We pretty feeling, she love me, you rough. Them drop, she take it for damn enough. and drop it low. So me play very hard, hard, hard. Fiesta, fun, eat a card. Rub it, turn around.
Edited by Touch the Road.
Girl, yep, so fat. You're great problem for that.
Pretty mommy, don't worry, my wife will pack it up. Make me happy whenever you up. In the traffic, you're giving the up. You and the me have to go down me drop on it. The double over me up. My pretty feeling, she love me. You rough. And drop, she take it for damn it up. More and bubble and drop it up. So me play very hard, hard, hard. Fiesta, fun, eat a card. Rub it, turn around, selector. Two root, take a ras, detention. Hard, hard, hard. Fiesta, fun, take a card, selection. Rub it, turn around, selector. Anything on a party, we are done up. Take a puff and pass, I get it tough. And me money and tax, so get a buns up. Mommy tell me a secret, she love. Feel me Barbie can't see me that. After we one time, she can't see me back. I did, you want get it got. Mommy fling it back. So me very hard, hard, hard. Fiesta, fun, eat a card. Rub it, turn around, selector. Two root, take a ras, detention. Hard, hard, hard. Fiesta, fun, take a card. Rub it, turn around, selector. Very hard. Them say me fi easy and stay true to one queen, but wait, hold on. If Solomon and David had ladies by the dozens, then why can't I be greedy? Tell me why, oh why, oh why? Why me fi off one girl when Continental girl that accept one me for themself forever accept. Man a loose cannon me never accept. When me aim for fire me target in excess. Yes, me do them beat down relentless. Rotation always in full effect. That's when one act right me step left. Select the next candidate. Girl if you want me, then you can have me. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Say you like dark chocolate, ooh, I'm free of cost. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Yeah, African girl are my favorite. Something about the way all them gyrated. South American girls have a nice bass. When them dance it coming like a earthquake hit. Antarctican girls them ice cold, but them warm touch take me to my places. Australian girls them amaze me, but the European girls drive me crazy. Asian girls them kinda feisty, but the personality is like a pastry. North American girls captivate me. If me not careful, them get all my life savings. But no one girl can contain me when so many in line waiting. Although me not have no time sparing, me sure me can spare for you. Girl, if you want me, then you can have me. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Say you like dark chocolate, I'm free of cost. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. You say we up tonight. Mecca, taboo, anything you say I lie, no. Tell us something we don't know. Me like bad, me like go-go. She like pop, she like zono. Let's see the chatting, something we get through. No one shy, she a fool. Touch the road, make it come to you. Come on, I see now you for know some girl call. And if she no monkeys, I no love her just monkeys, me know about. Alright, but in charge, stop it, man, so I go with. Clean skin, big brother, when pocket that, so when got it fast. And it no take long for me drop it. Pass my jigs off, my dog, that is dark. She have to stop when she tap. Style low, hey girl, tell her something we don't know. Me like bad, me like go-go. She like pop, she like zono. Let's see the chatting, something of it. No one shy, she a fool. Touch the road, make it come to you. Come on, I see now you for know some girl call. And if she no monkeys, I no love her just monkeys, I know yet. I late night, she a bring you